Hey, everybody. Welcome to our second season roundup and reunion, all things business for entrepreneurs. And we're so glad to have you guys here tonight. This is our wrap up. So I just want to share we got the Kings on from Fresno. We got the Evans on from South Carolina. We got my dear friend Jordan Allen. I don't know if he's in Vegas at his place on the strip. I don't know if he's out in Jerome, Arizona. I have no idea. Roxanne Corlena's with us from Texas. And we got Boris and Renata from New York City will be joining us, and Shaquille Cooper. So good evening, everybody. Thank you so much. And here I am. I'm here in beautiful Panama City, Panama. So I'm out of the country. I got a beautiful view behind me of the downtown sector. As you can see, it's gorgeous. I leave it open all night so I can look at the ocean. So good evening, everybody. Thank you guys for joining the wrap up for the season two so much. We appreciate you guys. Good evening.
Thanks, Al. Thanks for having us on.
Hello, Al.
Yeah. Hey, how you doing, Boris? Good evening.
I'm good.
Where are you at tonight, sir?
Uh, I'm in the Caribbean.
He's in the Caribbean. I'm in Panama. Boy, what a lifestyle you guys live. I tell you what, when I grow up, I will be just like you guys. Hey, I just want to question on what you guys have fun and just chat with it a little bit, go with it. And, tell everybody.
Is Renato on, by the way? Is Renato on?
I don't. Hold on a second. I texted her earlier to let her remind her, but she should be jumping on shortly. But I want to tell everybody, I want to ask everybody a question. What did you guys learn, or what did you get out of the podcast you guys did this season for us? What did you guys get out of it?
I think that it opened up a lot about us personally, opened up about the, what we love to do and how to share it with people. I mean, you're a great interviewer, so your questions are very, very helpful, and it actually, opened up some doors in the business world. So I'm pretty happy and excited that we did it.
Thank you, sir. You guys remember Boris and his lovely wife live up in New York City and did a great job on the call. Who else was that? Miss Evans? Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I was going to say it was my first time actually doing anything like that. So it was a lot of fun. I learned a lot about myself. I never ever saw myself doing anything like that before. But just hearing from everybody's stories helps a lot too. So I really enjoyed it. I appreciate you inviting me. And I'm sorry Curtis is not here. He's not feeling well. So he's not going to be joining us tonight.
Okay, that's okay. We got the representative for South Carolina, which is yourself. So we appreciate you being on here. And I know Jordan's a little under the weather too. Matter of fact, it was so funny. Last week, I walked in my favorite cigar bar not too far from my place in Vegas. I was in Vegas last week, and I walked in there and waiting on some friends to have a good Cuban cigar. And all of a sudden, this guy walks on a hat on and walked in. Boy, I'm like, who's this? Then he took his hat off. It's Jordan. So that was neat seeing you last week, sir, at the cigar place in Vegas.
I enjoyed that, Al. Always good to run into you.
Yeah, you were there celebrating. Was it Dave, the solar company?
We've had some good conversations over cigars.
Yes, we have. I want to represent Panama tonight, so I wanted to bring up my.
Oh yeah.
I've been walking around doing a little video today with my Panama shirt on.
What are you doing in Panama?
Well, I have beside Mexico, I have a passport in Mexico. I have a permanent resident in Panama. So I have, bank account stuff set up here. And also I've been to come every couple of years just to stop in to say hello and keep my residency alive. So it's like a passport, but the second thing is a resident. So I'm a resident also of Panama. So I have to come every couple of years to show my face, check in, and put a little money in the bank so they know I'm still alive.
And you have money to spend, so God bless you.
Well, it's from being a blessing to so many people. I'm a firm believer with a closed fist, you can't give or receive. The more you give, the more the God will bless you with. But you got to be a giver. You got to be a builder. Just like every one of you. I have so much respect for every one of you on here. Roxanne Corlano, she's down in Texas, and she decided she was going to move. She's a locksmith, and she decided she wanted something better. She saw something that changed her life forever, and now she's out changing lives. And I'm so proud of all you guys on here. Anybody else want to chime in?
I would have never gotten the courage to do what I did if it wasn't for this group here. Just to have a solid core of people that I can, that actually pour into me. That is one thing that I wanted to be able to bring to the table when I was asked to do something like this. And one thing I learned about myself is that there was no guidance, and typically there is. And you just said, just talk. We're gonna have a conversation, and just how at ease I was, just having a normal conversation like we typically would just on a call like this, and have just a normal conversation between you and I can help influence other people the way you guys have all influenced me. So that has been a really big blessing for me.
Yeah. Well, part of a leader's job is to be a blessing to more people, to help people, because the next generation or people that you can influence, like Jordan Adams influenced a lot of thousands, tens of thousands of people globally. I know, Roxanne, I know you've done a super job, and so has Evans, and also, Renata and Boris have done a great job as well. And, Shaquille Cooper's not with us. He should be shortly. But it's a blessing to be a blessing. But as you look back, it's like the
I'm right
ripple
here.
effect. It's like throwing a pebble. Oh, there you are. It's like throwing a pebble out there, and the pebble goes out, and the ripple effect. How you doing tonight, sir?
Doing great. I'm actually working on one of our Airbnb properties right now, so I'm in the car while they finish working.
Yeah, you're sharing that with me. What city? Are you in Houston, or are you in Florida, or are you in Baltimore, Maryland?
Houston. I'm in Houston.
Okay. Well, I greatly appreciate it. What happened since you got on the call? Did you experience any kind of people calling you just kind of excited about what you said on season?
Yes, I talk to people all the time. They hit me up. They always said, they learn a lot from these calls, and being on these calls are very important because you learn something new every time. Even though you probably heard it before, sometimes it just strikes a little different when you hear it from somebody else at the right time.
Yeah, there you go. I know a lot of times when I have guest speakers on like you guys, which I respect all of you, that's why I have you on the channel here, to help people around the globe to understand that we work together in unity, and there's enough for everybody. There's no such thing as scarcity, and it's a blessing. And I know every time we get off a call, I know everybody always have, dang it, I had something else I could have said. Dang it, I could add something else. So what was your dang it that you wish you had said that you forgot to say? Everybody, just chime in on that question.
So every time I know 3 billionaires personally, and I know a lot of people worth millions of dollars. And one of the things I noticed long before I ever was making money in network marketing was that every time I was around somebody that made a lot of money, they had gifts. They brought gifts. They gave gifts to the people they were meeting with. So like, if you remember, we would go to Kenny's house. Lisa and Kenny would always have a gift for us. We'd go to Joe and Connie Mitchell's house. They'd have a gift for us. Wherever we went, Richard Branson, I spent time on his island with him for 10 days, and he had gifts for us. And Al, when I get together with you, you always have a gift for me. You always have a cigar for me. And so I learned that lesson many, many years ago. And now, whenever I'm I do my best to give a lot of gifts. I give a lot of gifts. Every day I give a gift to somebody, at least one. Out with people, they're getting a gift. In fact, I've got in my closet, I've got a couple of shelves that are just stocked with gifts, so that they're already wrapped. I can grab them and just go. And it makes a difference. People remember you. They believe that they get that you're a generous person, and that creates connection and relationship.
Yeah, it really does. And I've always I stock up when I see things, and I'm like, I don't know who I'm going to give this to, but I always stock up because I never know. And I'm so busy. I used to travel maybe 20 days out of the month out of 31. And I always want, somebody's birthday. So I grab a little gift, put in my bag and take it with me, because it's always been a blessing to be a blessing. And I think that's so important. And I think leaders are big givers. Most leaders that I know, just like that, Jordan, they're givers. They're unconditional. It's called unconditional love, and wanting people to feel special. Sometimes when I go in the room, I do a meeting, I see somebody in a wheelchair. The first person I talk to is that person, to make them feel special, because other people don't do that. And I know all you guys on here have that heart of love and compassion, and that's what the world needs more of. Anybody else want to chime in on that?
I agree.
Yeah.
And it can be a physical gift, and it can also be, just a conversation. A lot of times with me, with most people, it's just sitting there and just having a conversation, and it changes people's lives just having a conversation sometimes. So I agree that it can be both physical, and it can also be, just having a conversation with people and just sharing your story and giving them a little bit of advice that can help them in that
Yeah.
situation.
And so that's good. It's not always a monetary or gift. It could be a time spending quality time with people, or just having a great conversation with people. I think that's so important. So with that
I
said, what do
agree
you
with
guys
Mr. Cooper.
go ahead?
I was just going to say, I agree with Mr. Cooper on that. I know when I visited you or I was in Vegas for my birthday, and just having your presence there meant a lot to me, with my family, with my sisters, my cousins, just everybody that I hold really closely to me. And then to have you there was truly a gift, and I was excited. But then I also got a physical gift at that same time, and I was like, oh my gosh. But absolutely, that generosity does stand out, and it is really great. And I've learned that through just this industry, in being there, just like Mr. Cooper said, to other people. And I've gotten so much feedback from people, if not weeks or years later, just reaching out and thanking me for being there for them in a time that they needed it. And that's because people were there for me at that same time. So I know how important that is.
Right. You came to Vegas, you had an entourage. I had to sit at a table over. She had a whole entourage of a dozen people. I didn't know she was, one of those famous people. I looked, oh, there she is. She had a whole entourage around. I had to sit the next table over. And I just thank you for that because, when you change your life, you have to change other people's lives around you. I learned that because that's one of the true philosophies of giving and being a blessing to more people. And it comes back to you in so many different ways. So many different ways. So, guys, give me a little idea because we know we have individuals, you guys on the season. Talk a little bit about what's your desires, goals, or what's some of your goals you have for this year. Because I know a lot of people are wondering what your goals are. Let's start off with the Kings today. Hey, Mr. Chris King and Ms. Rose Girl. She had birthday girl. She just had a birthday a couple of days ago. We all sang to her on the call. So, King, why don't we start off with some of your goals and desires and dreams for 2020, this year coming up, this year that we're in. We just started.
Just kidding. My volume's gone. And our goals for this year is taking some of the stuff that we didn't hit goals with last year, getting our next position, getting our points back up. We like having those points back over 300. It just had comfort keeping that 20%. And
we're not talking about the company. We're just talking about your goals. So just don't talk about the company. Just what you're okay. There you go.
Just us. But our goals in our life, is always, vacation. And we're going to talk about that. It's always vacation. We were just talking about that today. Hey, we need to go somewhere. We get a little time. We need to go somewhere. Even if it's just to the coast. And we found a nice little, cute little, and you can find them in your towns. If you don't have time to get away, but you need to get away, we got a little place, a little tree house we go to.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Tree house. So where's the goal? Continue. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
So where's the goal? Where you guys going to go? What's the goal this year? Where's that trip going to be?
Hawaii.
I should have known. I should have known that question. I'm not even asking that question. I know Miss Rose Guerrero. I know you're King. I know you're one of your goals is go to Hawaii. So I know you guys will do it this year. Matter of fact,
of course.
Yeah. Matter of fact, we had a contest a few years ago, and Mr. King went with me to Africa.
Yeah.
And you know what I learned about Africa? We went to Africa together, and we had a little incident. He left the slider open at the hotel when we checked in. And I think we're on the third floor. You want to tell that story? What happened? Because we were so tired by the time we got to the hotel, we just popped out on the bed. What happened? We left the door open. What happened, Mr. King?
The wildlife attacked us. Well, I did get some get back, but we got a monkey snuck in our room and took a big old bag of spicy hot jerky, and we didn't see that monkey for the rest of the freaking week.
we were so tired. We left the door open about this wide, and I guess the monkeys are around the resort, and they know people leave doors open. I mean, they're probably trained at this point to go. There's another person that don't know better, and all we heard was, and we heard the chips kind of just the bag, and the bag was left way down below on the ground, and it was all gone, and the monkey was gone. We saw it going out. Life's problems. So Hawaii, let's do this. Miss Roxanne Carolina, where's the goal of yours to travel to this year?
Ooh, travel. I definitely want to do some more international trips. Galapagos Island has always been a bucket list destination for me because of my science background, and I just haven't done that yet. So that definitely is a goal for this year.
There you go. Well, now Jordan, I know Jordan's been all around the world. He's traveled to, Nectar. I call it Nectar Island.
Nectar Island. Yeah.
Yeah, Nectar Island.
Yeah,
I got. Huh?
I was asked to speak in Bulgaria last year, and my
that's right.
And my mom's mom is from. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Yeah. Oh yeah, my mom's mom is from Romania, and I'd never been there. So when I was in Bulgaria, I took a quick trip up to Romania and spent a couple days in Romania and toured the countryside and got to visit the castles and all that kind of thing. And I just got invited to go back to Bulgaria in September. So that's a trip. Mm-hmm. I've got a lot of goals for the year, but that's a trip that I've got booked.
Now, I've seen pictures of you playing chess with Richard Branson on his island.
That was a while ago, yeah. I played chess with Richard 3 times in 10 days.
Who won?
Well, I play like once every 10 years, and he plays every day. But I can tell you that my games with him lasted 2 hours plus, and I took his queen a couple times. So he can hold a conversation. He can hold a conversation while he's playing, and I have to think. And so as soon as I started engaging in conversation, my chess game went in the toilet.
Miss Evans, goals for this year that you can share with people, because not only working, no matter if you're traditional business, network marketing, or real estate, we all have to have goals to set ourselves to, and also little achievements as we hit those goals along the way. So what would you say for you and Mr. Evans? I know your favorite group is Coldplay, and I know he loves Porsche. So give us an idea of some of your goals, because I want people that are in the audience around the world that's listening tonight to think about, I can do this. I can set some goals, and I want people to walk away from tonight's call with some ideas in their head, because we all have them, and it's okay. So, what would you say is some of your goals, Ms. Evans?
Well, we were talking about travel, and I'm not going to speak for him because you know how he is. But I have a brother. That's been in Germany. He's actually living over there now. He's been there for about 20 years, and he keeps trying to get me to come. He's like, "Look, you need to come. You need to come." So. One of my goals is to get to him before this year is out. Yeah. And I don't want to just go. I want to spend a few weeks there, because they do a lot of medieval stuff. They make their clothes and dress the part, and they visit all these fantastic castles. Mm-hmm. So I would love to go and spend some time with them and do something like that. So that's
what part of Germany?
Oh God, Bad Kreuznach? Is that how you say it?
Yeah, I've been to Frankfurt, I've been to Rome. All I can say is ein Bier, 5 beer, 4 beer, because I stopped and it's so funny, they serve beer at McDonald's.
Al, were we in Freiburg together?
Oh yeah, we went together. Yeah, that was another time.
Remember the carnival?
Yeah.
You remember that? God. Where they closed the carnival for us?
They closed the carnival. We took a private jet over. We took a private jet over to Germany, and we got up late. We missed our time to take off. We had to go back and get in line, and flew off. And we stopped. We stopped off to get gas in Ireland, wasn't it?
No. We stopped and got gas in Iceland.
Iceland. Yeah, we stopped in Iceland.
Yeah.
And then we came across down, and that was an interesting trip. We got to Dallas. Guys, this is one of the highlights of my life. One of the things I never saw, which is a blessing. And I didn't realize, I forgot all about that trip in the private jet. We saw 2 sunsets in one day.
Oh, nice.
Think about that. That's amazing to see 2 sunsets. And we had lunch in Ireland, and I think we had dinner at Papado's that night in Dallas.
That's right. What a
Yeah.
trip that was.
Wow. That
So
brought back the
it was like midnight, and we were wrapping things up, and they closed the carnival, and all the employees stayed for us. And they were all drunk Germans. They were all Germans, and they spoke no English.
Yeah.
And we were riding the rides at midnight with these German guys that were just crazy. Remember, I don't know if you remember, we were in the tent with them.
The
Like
tent.
1 in the morning, they're all drinking, and you remember that?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something. People don't realize that our beer in the United States is water compared to their. I mean, their beer will sit you down. It will knock you on your rear end. I remember one time I went to Germany by myself, and I went to the Disney Castle, and I got up there, and I got there an hour early, and I figured I'm gonna have me a slice of German chocolate cake with like five levels. I mean, just boom, big old cake. I mean, it was just a slice was a cake, and I had a German beer, and that beer got me so I'm sitting there, I couldn't even move. I was sitting there laughing at myself. Said, "Al, you're drunk. You can't even move." I had just one beer because their beer is potent. Man, God, that was a good time over there in Germany. Oh my God. I forgot all about that trip. You know, life has got so many experiences that I want all of you out there around the world to experience some of the goals, dreams, desires you want. All you got to do, they're saying, all you have to do, all the money in the world's at your fingertips. All you got to do is go earn it. Go earn it. And it's there available. I mean, I forgot about that trip. I forgot, Germany, and we're talking about tonight, Africa. Guys, there's a big world out there. Tonight I'm in Panama, and you can see my suite. You can see all the downtown here and the waterways right below me here, the ocean. What a blessing. What a blessing. And here's the beautiful thing. Anybody can do it if you really want to put your time and effort into go building something worthwhile. Don't just talk about it. As Nike say, just what? Do it. There you go. Does anybody want to see anything they want to speak on their mind real quick? Because I just don't want to hold anybody very long tonight. But this is a great call. I want people to have a vision for 2025. I want you guys that were on season 2 to come up and just share with you what happened for you and experience. And I want to say thank you so much for being our guests on those calls because it was very powerful. And I know a lot of people have just put it on all their platforms and has got people calling them up, figuring out, can they get a hold of you? Can they do what you're doing? What are you doing? So there's a lot of questions I know a lot of you got, but I want to thank you all for being on the call tonight. There's anything you guys want to say in closing tonight?
I'd like to real quickly just say thank you for doing something like this as an industry as a whole, because when I first started in this industry, I had known a lot of people in different companies that were really, I guess, hoarding around their people. And as someone that wanted to and was brand new, absorb all the information, and I didn't care where I got it from other people that had excelled a lot further, and I wanted to follow in their footsteps. They were really private about what they did and their steps to succeed. And you putting together something like this for an industry as a whole, and everybody else chiming in and willingly to give their secrets out there, which is truly no secret, but really tell what they're doing so that we can all be successful. I mean, that is just huge. And that's something I really hope to aspire to be able to accomplish further in the future as I grow within this industry, is saying, hey, love all, serve all.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate you. Anybody else want to share real quickly before we close it out?
Yeah, I agree with her. It's really eye-opening to be on a call like this. Like I said before, I never ever saw myself doing anything like this, but I actually like it, and you just learn from everybody. I love listening to the humble beginnings and where people are now. I mean, and that just goes to show that anybody can do it. If you put your mind to it, you can do it. And just like Mr. Cooper was saying earlier, when you speak to people and you talk to people, you don't know what that person's going through. They might just need that push, and whatever you say, or even whatever you help them do, could actually help them, get where they're trying to go. So I really appreciate you having us on the call, and I look forward to doing some more.
God bless you. Thank you so much. The Canes, you want to say something?
Now, Mr. Chava, just get everything cleared through customs for you going back to Vegas with tamales.
Guys, these guys, they cook up for 2 days, and then in December they do it again in January. They give all their clients tamales. I mean, it's a 3-day process, and every time leave there, I get loaded down in my freezer, and there's so many, and they're just delicious, and they're homemade, and every one of you guys are special to me in a special way. And every one of you have a lot to help people with. Jordan is one of my oldest friends. We traveled the world together. We've done some things together. He's the number one distributor in his business, and he's helping people. And every one of us have that potential. Mr. King, like I said, been to Africa. Speaking of food, we have a nickname for Miss Roxanne Corlano called the Taco Lady, and she does calls. And I go out to South Carolina, and the Evans will, go sun up to sundown. And Mr. Cooper is an inspiration for a lot of young people. I mean, he had a group called the Wolfpack. I mean, he's just done some great things at a young age and lost it and got it back. And now he's on top, but he knows what to do. And I'm just so proud of each and every one of you, because you guys are some strong leaders in your specific part of the country. And you're awesome. And, what a great way to start off January 2025 by having you guys on the first episode, our second season to kick the year off. So I want to say thank each and every one of you for your time, your effort, you're willing to give. And I guarantee you guys put classes over all your platforms, you're going to get a lot of results out of the people calling you. So what do you do? And that's what I'm finding to be so. So thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. Jordan, thank you so much. Were you in Jerome tonight?
No,
you're in
I'm on the
Arizona?
strip. I got a view. Look, I don't know if you can see.
Yeah, he's got a place on the strip there, by the way. He just sold his house up in the mountains, his ski resort. He just sold that one just recently. So feel bad for him. He used to have 3 homes. Now he's only down to 2. So we got to feel so.
Actually, I have one in one in Tennessee in the mountains.
Oh, that's right. The new one you just bought. He bought a little. I can't call you property with the lake and a little river and all that stuff on it and timber, and so yeah. So it's called a trade-off. Miss Roxanne Corlano, thank you so much. What part of Texas are you in tonight, young lady? Or are you in Texas?
I'm in Lubbock, yes, but I might be joining Mr. Cooper here pretty soon in Houston.
Gotcha. God bless you. And we got the Kings in Fresno, California. We thank you guys for being on the call. We got Mr. Cooper tonight in Houston, Texas, and like I said, the Evans are out in South Carolina. Hey guys, thank you so. Oh, and Boris, he's from New York, but I think he's over. Wait, what did he say he was? He's in the islands. Okay, so he said he would be on there for a little bit because he's in the islands. I think his wife's in New York. So I want to thank everybody around the world who's on this call internationally, but I want to thank our guest speakers, and I want to thank you for making season 2 beautifully receptive. And I want to thank you guys for your time and for sharing how and encouraging other people they can too. So with that said, good night. God bless you all. Hey, everybody, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment below, and share this with other people that could not be anywhere part of your team or just friends and family. We thank you so much. Take care. God bless. You guys have a wonderful night. I'm going to go down and have dinner here in Panama City. I'm going to go have dinner now. God bless you all. Have a good one. See you soon.
Good night.
Bye-bye.